like home. Run, 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 glory. Cover the floor with some.
What's up, my G?
Oh, good, brother. What's good, man? Thanks for having me on, dog.
Yeah, thank you very much for coming through, man. You know, we appreciate y'all coming through, man. This is for y'all.
Hey, man, it's for family. It's for the art at the end of the day, you know?
You know?
Ah, get
So
it.
what's
I
up?
get it.
How's your day been, my bro? How's your day been?
Hey, bro, it's been wild, man. You know, balancing the art from your 9 to 5, you know, because you always gotta make
Yeah.
certain shit work before it actually works, you know? So,
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
it's
Yeah.
been a wild day. Did my 9 to 5 stuff, and then now I'm back and I'm in studio and I'm trying to make that work as well.
Yeah, go stars. Because me, I've been running around trying to attend classes, trying to buy groceries, trying to sell tickets. So been trying. Let's get
Hey,
down to it, man. Let's get down to it. Tell people who Huey Ozil is before I take the shine. Please let them know who you are, what type of music you make, and yeah, that's the only and where you're from, actually.
man, like you also is a master of so many trades, man. I'm an artist, I'm a producer, I'm an engineer, you know, I've worked with plenty of brands in terms of mixing and mastering.
Yeah.
Like I've worked with Avon, I've worked with Justine when it comes to the
Ooh,
ads, and when
yeah.
it comes to artists, I've worked with your Questas, I've worked with Fifi Cooper,
Uh-huh.
I've worked with Naughty, and there's still plenty more surprises that are coming. And in terms of being a musician, I primarily do hip hop, you know, but I wouldn't just
Uh-huh.
box myself within that genre. I would say that I'm a multi-genred artist, you know, international performing multi-genred artist. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I am.
Yeah.
Born in
Yeah, man.
Belcom, raised in Madlera. Yeah.
Yeah. How is it like, man? How is it like knowing right now that you're raised in Maglera and seeing what's happening in the city that you were raised in, the things that are happening in the city right now, how it's trending, how it's making the news? How do you feel like coming from there?
Man, I honestly feel like us that have been in Madlera have known that this has been our lifestyle since way back, you know. It's just
Yeah.
only now that it's being highlighted, you know, for some odd reason. Now the media is trying to shine a light onto actually what is happening now. But for us, this is something that has been happening
Yeah.
for ages,
Yeah.
you know. Maybe the situation is a bit worse now, and unfortunately, people are losing lives because you know there's some things that you will not adhere to. You know, some things you will just not understand. But at the end of the day, man, it's Matlera at the end of the day. When you're from
It
there,
really,
you know what
it
it
really
is.
is.
You know what it is,
It
dog.
really
When you're from
is.
there, it's no games, man.
Yeah, man. So your type of music, man, I listen to some of your music, to some of the songs that I even Mamelo sent me one where you're having your face in it and everything. Why is your sound so dark?
Yeah, and ironically enough, my sound is titled Dark Audio, you
Yeah.
know. So I feel like that is the best way to express myself, you know, being a person that actually, when we say that we went through depression, like we mean that we went through depression. And
Mm,
when you need to find an outlet, you need to find it in the purest way possible. And
mm,
that is how you actually feel, you know. When you find your outlet, or you're trying to portray to the next person how you feel, you're not gonna act
mm,
happy, you know.
mm,
You're gonna let them get the full experience of your sound and the space where you are at. So when
yeah.
you listen to my sound, you kind of get to understand who this person is, what he likes, you know. Like you can already tell that Huey is a person that loves horror movies, you know. He he likes being the final boss in the video game, you
Yeah,
know. Yeah, like it has that vibe. I'm a very power hungry person, and yeah, that's just what it is, man.
yeah. Man, I love your sound. I love it because you remind me of Tyler the Creator on Marshall versus Goblins with the game.
Oh
Yeah.
shit. Oh
So like your
shit.
sound reminds me of Tyler the Creator so much because I love dark music and I resonate with that very much.
Yeah.
So what are you trying to reach with your sound? Who are you trying to reach? Which people is your sound marketed for?
Man, I feel like my sound is marketed for everybody that is just trying to really be themselves,
Yeah.
without having to conform to something else in order to make it.
Mm,
I
yeah.
want to be the guy that shows people that it's possible to just do what you do the way that you want to do it and actually make it. And that is
Yeah.
why, like, there has been so many instances where I could have actually, you know, being on a bigger platform, but I decided not to be because they wanted me to change who I am. There's a
Mm,
certain label, which I
mm,
won't mention, but
mm.
you know, people will know which label I'm talking about.
I know already.
Yeah. So that
We all
that
know that
label,
one.
so
That is people in seven.
hey, that label actually gave me an offer years ago.
Yeah.
But then the only thing is they really wanted me to change my sound into what was the in thing. You
Mm,
understand? And I denied that contract because I'm just like, if you already like me for who I am, then why would you want to change that into something else? Clearly,
yeah.
then there is a market for the next person who is gonna be, listening to my shit and being like, man, I understand where this guy is coming from or what he's trying to
Yeah.
portray onto.
Yeah.
But now, if you're trying to make me like the rest of your stable mates, then it's nothing but just, a money-making machine.
Yeah.
And that's not what I'm all about, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about labels and everything. Is that the reason why you decided to create Bullet Mob? Because you're not the first person that has said that. There's a guy in our Kasi. He's a legend in our Kasi.
Mm.
Goes by the name of Bison. He was once offered a contract himself. He turned it down because he said they wanted to change him. They wanted to make him
Yeah.
something different, and he didn't want that. So is that the reason why you decided to open Bullet Mob? Because you don't want to be changed into something that you're not. You don't want your sound to be changed. You want to be authentic to what you are.
Yeah. I think more the reason why I actually founded Bullet Mob was because I wanted to give a home to artists that do not want to conform. You
Yeah,
understand? Yeah,
yeah,
I wanted knowing my characteristics and how strong I am as a leader and what I can provide for the next artist. I was just like, why should I hog all of this to myself?
mm,
Let me
mm,
form the ultimate team of the most talented artists around me and let's conquer. You
mm,
understand? So
mm,
that's what it's all been about. And
mm,
that's how I
mm.
Bullet Mob. I ended up getting the dopest lyricists in Madlera for me right now, which is, your Vuli F. Magiba, your
Mhm.
Mapoizan, and then I've also got Flow 90X, and yeah, man, Nkosi Musa from Valcom, and under my producer stable, I've got Kid MX as well.
Mm.
So we're really trying to, get to where we should be, and not by conforming, but by actually breaking down the barriers of how people perceive things to be. You
Yeah,
understand? Like let's
yeah,
create our own narrative, let's create our own story,
mm.
because at the end
Yeah,
of the
man.
day, this whole industry is big enough for everybody to share. We don't all need
Yeah,
to be the same. That
yeah,
is
man.
why I have this team. That is why I have this team. Just because I have this team does not mean now that I'm gonna be spearheading and I want to be the leader of everything. I have this team
Yeah,
because I feel like everybody has their individual talents of which they
yeah,
can penetrate different
yeah,
markets. You
yeah.
know? So yeah, that's what Bullet Mob is right now, and it's growing stronger and bigger than ever.
Man, what you just said is amazing, man. And it's so rare to find a person that has not yet reached the pinnacles of what this industry has to offer, and you're already thinking like somebody that is there. So a lot of local people, a lot of people. Well, I don't like calling people local because that's why people never seem to break out because of a pizza local. But a person that is upcoming, they hardly don't have the same mentality that you're having right now. What is it about you as an artist that is upcoming and you are able to think and comprehend the industry the way you are?
I think for me, I changed and switched that narrative in my mind where I'm an upcoming artist, you know.
Yeah.
In my mind and the way that I believe it, I'm already there. You know, it's just a matter of finding that breakout moment or that opportunity to put me on the same pedestal as your AKAs and your Caspers and your MTs, right? So for me, I will never water myself down. And I think that is why most of these people that are actually big, they respect me, because whenever I'm around them, I do not act starstruck at all.
Yeah.
You know, I understand my value. I understand what I have to offer as well. As much as I need them, they also need me for my craft. I don't know anybody that can do my dog audio sound on my level.
I don't think so either. I do not think so either.
From the from the production to the delivery to how it's supposed to come out.
Sound,
people are afraid of that, because the moment that they're like, okay, dog, you cannot drop this. This is too dog. People are gonna think that you are satanic, you are evil, you are whatnot. And I'm like, at the end of the day, you will not please everybody. You know, you can do the purest things, and somebody will always have their own perspective or their own narrative of who you actually are. So the one person that you're actually supposed to please in the start is yourself, you know?
Yeah, man.
Please yourself, and then once you are happy with your art, that is when you know it is pure and you are ready enough to let it go onto the world. That way nobody can tell you nothing. Nobody can make you feel like you are less than what you are. You know? Yeah.
Oh, man. And talking about the big artist, saying that you never are starstruck when you are around him, there's been quite a few noticeable names on your bio that you've worked with. I don't want to say them myself, so you will say it. I wanted to ask you that which of those artists was it? You can name drop if you want to, or who of the artists that you worked with on your bio. I saw Questa was there. Which one did you love working with the most?
Questa, without a doubt. Questa. Questa, man, you know, Questa is one of those artists that when he gets into studio, it's just about the art. You understand? It's not about him knowing that he's Questa and is on that level, and now you are all supposed to bow down to him. Homie literally pulled up to studio, you know, found us there, pulled out a case of Heineken, and is like, boys, you know, let's rock. And that was it. I played a beat for literally 15 minutes. He was like, nah, play that beat, let me sit down. Started jotting. And then after that, 15 minutes later, he's like, let's record. I'm like, what the?
You can curse. Don't worry. This platform, you can say everything you want.
Thank God, because it's about to get very funny. Hey man, yeah. So, but literally, I was just like, yo, what the fuck? This is some other level of artistry, and he's just, you know, he's being himself. He never acted all brand new about it as to, no, you guys should do this, should do that in order for you to get my feature. He was just like, you know, I'm in this space where I feel what is going on, and I'm gonna do what I feel like doing. So for me, that was the coolest shit ever, and I feel like that is what I've wanted the whole time. And Voodie must chill in the comments.
I see he says don't give you permission to Chris.
You know, it gets a bit dark. It gets a bit dark out here.
Man, this platform is for that. We want you as raw as you are. Man, speaking about you, your sound with Questa's voice and Questa's music, Give us an EP, guys. Can't you give us an EP? Yeah, you and Westa together. I mean, that would slap.
I don't think that's how I want to blow up. I don't
Yeah.
want to blow up being the guy that read on another nigga's wave.
Nigga wave. I don't know. Yeah, on another nigga wave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would rather ride my own wave, have people discover me the same way that you got to know me and you got to know that you were Ozil, and then let that pop off, and then when the time is right, then we will be like, okay, cool, dog. You know what? Let's do this EP. Let's do this EP for the people. But it's not something that I'm writing out. It is something that I've been thinking about. I've been thinking about, an EP with Madlera Dobo, of which I produced a couple of his songs as well. I've got a song on his album after the album,
Yeah.
It's an exclusive, right? So yeah, there's
Whole
an
exclusives
album
right here.
yeah. So there's an album after the album, and there's like 2 records that we did, and they're monstrous, man. But even with him, he has the same energy of which whenever something feels right, then he will do it. It's not a case of we're in studio right now, so okay, sharp, let's make an EP. Nah, let's do this when this is right. He recognizes me as a brand and what I'm going to be, and he respects that, and I respect him for his brand as well. But it does not mean that each and every time that we're in studio means that we should drop an EP. Right? We will do that.
Ah, man, that's beautiful. You have 3 EPs that I've seen that you have dropped. On those 3 EPs that you dropped, which one do you personally feel like achieved the standards that you set out for it, or did they all reach the standards that you set out to be?
I think each and every one of the EPs did what they were supposed to do.
You can name them as well.
They show growth, with each and every sound. The first tape that I dropped, the one that is not actually available online, is Color Me Dark. And Color Me Dark was just me, wanting to drop my first mixtape. As an artist, you want to drop your mixtape, and then you drop like 18 songs. Cool. And then the second one was where I actually found myself with that dark sound, That's the Universe EP, which is also not available because there was a whole lot of samples there that I needed to clear, and I'm not really in the position to be clearing samples. I'm still grinding myself. And then after that came This Is What You Wanted. So This Is What You Wanted is
the latest one, right?
Nah, I'm going to tell you about the latest one. So This Is What You Wanted, I dropped when I was staying in Bramfontein, and I was booming back then. It was way before COVID, right? And it was basically what the people were asking for, because I dropped records like In My Zone, and Mine, and people are just like, yo, man, drop this EP, drop the EP. And I didn't know what to title it. I'm just like, okay, let me compile these songs and say this is what you wanted, and then I put it out. But then after that, during that project, I felt like I kind of lost my essence as to how I want to be perceived as an artist, and so I needed to take it back to the Universe EP, and that's when I kind of dropped singles, just trying to get that groove back, and then I finally found it, and then that is where I kind of realized that I am the one, and that is how Iedo came about. And Iedo is the latest EP, the one that has your best, your I Swear, your Clown Sonatas, your Fuego. That's the one with like the really dark sound, and who I actually am. And now I'm dropping Glory actually this Friday, distributed by the biggest distributor in the country, Electro Mode, which is the dopest shit ever. And then maybe after that, I'm still thinking of dropping the next EP.
But you always had on studio. We already see that you're on studio right now. So you seem like you're a person that is always just trying to get his music out there and putting music out there. And I love the way you hustle for it, man. And a lot of people want to be artists. A lot of people know how to sing. A lot of people know how it, but they don't know that the business into how to getting yourself registered and everything. Can you share with somebody who are out there that would want to get registered? That how did you go about that and how did you do it?
All right. So that is a big part of the game that most artists ignore, right? Which is the business side.
Yeah.
Knowing that you should be registered for your mechanical rights and your performance right, you know, from being registered to your organizations like your Sambros, your Risas, your Capasso, and your Sampra, you know.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of information online. I think we should actually have like a proper conversation about that some other time, you know,
Yeah.
like because it's a whole monster topic on its own.
But it's
But
all,
it
yeah.
is something that a whole lot of people kind of lack, and very great artists, you know. And also another conversation that needs to be tackled is how music is dropped.
Yeah.
And I learned the hard way that, especially in this digital age, dropping EPs consistently does not help, because there is so much music that needs to be consumed, right? There is so much music to be consumed, but you know, when you have like 7 songs online at the same time, then nobody's gonna have time to listen to all of those songs.
Yeah.
You know, so give them one record at a time, let them digest in it, let them dwell in it, and then when the time is right, then drop that project for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure ke batho ba go 3.7 ba o founela ba batla otle gape.
Yo, I don't know what happened to your sound. Let me just see.
Is it my sound? Am I good?
Yeah.
Am I good?
Nah, let me just see if maybe I can. Can you hear me?
We
Yeah.
good?
We're good. There we go.
All right. All
Yeah.
right. So yeah, man. So Buddha, man. Thank you. This is my fab. Thanks, man. So one thing that I wanted to ask you, one important thing that I wanted to ask you. Everybody has ambitions. Everybody has things that they want to reach. Who is it besides a South African artist that you would really, really like to see yourself working with? That you feel like that person is aligned with your brand and they are a part of what you want in life?
It would definitely be Kanye.
Who?
Without a doubt. Kanye motherfucking West, bro.
Yeah, man.
Like I'm an admirer of artists that do not box themselves in, and that do not let what other people say dictate what they do.
Yeah.
Understand? Kanye is not the type of artist to let another person tell him, do not do a dance hall song. He will do it, and whatever you feel like, you know, what your opinion is about the song, that is your opinion. It will not change how Kanye feels like that is a hit record. Simple. So that is the kind of people and the type of artist that I'm trying to work with. I'm not trying to work with the artist that is going to be like, we have to follow a certain formula in order for it to be a hit.
Yeah.
You know, a hit can happen out of the blue. The record that I'm working on right now could be a hit.
Yeah.
Right now, it could be a hit. You don't know. You know, it's just a matter of time and placement, and that is why they say that preparation is everything. You always need
preparation
to be prepared.
means success, man.
Exactly.
Preparation means success, man.
The key of actually dropping singles rather than dropping a whole project comes from. Imagine if you get that one song that is gonna blow up, but then you've got like 7 other songs that can be used as follow-up songs rather than being a one-hit wonder like who say from America.
There's that guy. What's his name? Replay. Remember that song Replay? He's not even here. Iyaz. Shorty's
Exactly.
documented him. Yeah, yeah.
Yo, even Trinidad James, gold all on my
Yes,
chain. You
yes,
understand?
yes. Yeah.
That guy didn't have a follow-up.
Uh-huh.
He didn't have anything prepared. It was not expected,
Mm.
you know. So you get artists like Blackie who had so much in the vault, so much in the
Stored,
vault.
stored. Now he's
You
releasing now.
understand? So
Yeah,
the moment when his moment came, he could just like pump it out, though. Pump it
yeah.
out. You understand? I think
Yeah.
Blackson gets it.
He
He
gets it.
definitely,
He gets it. He gets
yeah.
it. My good sir, man, before we close things off right now, we want to see your knowledge of everything South Africa. So this is 5 questions that we're going to ask you about South Africa, and we hope that you're going to get them right. Let's start off the first one. Who is the who was the first South African black president?
Nelson Mandela.
Nelson Mandela, my good sir. Which South African team just recently won the AFCON Cup? Recently, and recently is like 2 days ago.
Mm. Banyana Banyana, my
Banyana
babes.
banyana, banyana baki bafana.
Bona, bona. Right,
Yeah,
right.
and then
They should get paid
number
more.
three. And then number three, which artist has a song called Casino with Flame and Shoba Josie?
AKA.
AKA, my good sir, it is AKA. And then number four, which artist has the biggest hit in South Africa? He talks about himself way too much.
Repeat the question. I heard
Which,
the biggest song now in South Africa.
yeah, I'm saying which South African artist is big headed, always makes everything about himself.
Oh. I have to say,
You better
Tibit,
answer that one carefully.
Tibit, Tibit, Casper dog.
Yeah,
It's Casper dog. It's
it's
Casper.
Casper.
This is so gonna backfire in my face one day, bro. Like this is gonna fucking
Yes,
backfire in my face.
yes.
And this was the
One day
whole
you're gonna
setup.
wanna feature. And
Hey
then number
man,
five, man. Which South African artist right now has the best dark sound? We are speaking to him right now.
Huey motherfucking Ozo.
Huey
Amen.
motherfucking also, man.
Amen.
My good sir, man, is there anything else that you want to say? Is there anyone that you want to give a shout out to? Is there anything that you would love to say before we close it off? And you can tell people where
Amen.
to find the music.
Firstly, I would like to say Blackson is right. This was a setup. This was a trap. The fourth question was definitely a trap. I'm not gonna say I hope Casper forgives me. It is what it is. Hip hop. So let it be about hip hop, man. Hip hop, doggy dog. You know, I'm not gonna jump in the boxing ring. Not go guazana. Because I'm at later. Not go blows and nancha. That's it. But aside from that, man, shout out for having me on. This is such a dope platform. I
Thank you, my
enjoyed
bro.
the conversation so much, man. And you know, keep on keeping on. You've got a new fan, you've got a new follower in me.
Thank you, my bro.
Shout out to each and every one of your viewers, man. And for you to actually be doing this for artists, best thing ever, man. And I really hope that you are blessed beyond comprehension, my dog. Honestly.
Thank you, my king. Thank you, my king. Thank you very much. To everyone that was here, man, thank you as always for joining us. You know, this is always the beautiful, the amazing, the greatest platform. It is Insta Lives with the Great. And my name is Sabayos Game. But don't you ever forget to put the great before my beautiful name. Yes, my sir.
I want to do something for you guys. Right. I don't normally do this, but this was so dope, man. I would like to have a drink for you guys.
Send me a bottle of Henny there. Man, you're drinking my favorite bottle, bro.
Hey, bro. Look, whenever you're in Joburg, dog, hit me up. Let's link up, and I'll make sure that I have a couple of these available for you.
Thank you, Maji. That is my favorite bottle in the world. The bottle of Henny.
Hey, man. Hennessy better give you a sponsorship for this shit.
Please, Maji. And for that, man, you always know my slogan. My slogan is stay real, stay talking, and forever stay awesome. You and my bro, we'll keep on talking.
Shout out.
Shout out, my bro.